Okay, but just so you know, this just quickly about advocating for yourself. I remember when Back in the Day was about to come out, nobody knew me from a can of paint. I was just like a skinny little black dude. I had a backpack on. I had all my boys with me, and we went to a convention up in the Bay Area, and it was called the Gavin Convention. Now, this was a while back, so this was before people were online, doing Facebook and Twitter, and you could just put a song online, and everybody knew. Back then, you had to physically go to every DJ and hand them your CD or mail it to them, but they had to get it in order to hear it and be able to start to play it on the air. So what I did, we went to a convention that was all about hip-hop music, and everybody was there. They had all the major record companies, all the major artists, and I remember going up to the room where my record company people, the executives were, and I saw all my CDs, because we had sample CDs to give out to people so they could hear the song. All my CDs, my stickers, were just against the wall. And they're just in there drinking and then talking and laughing. And I was just in there and I waited for like, maybe 30 minutes, and I didn't see anybody touching those CDs. But there's a whole convention going on. Everybody's downstairs, and my CDs are upstairs against the wall, inside boxes. So I said, I'm just sitting, and remember, I'm only 18. These are grown, but I was sitting there and I just went up to the head of the promotions department. I said, excuse me, what are y'all doing with those boxes? And they're like, oh, that's to give away, those are the, I said, do you mind can I get those and go handle? I mean, artists don't usually do that. That's our job, but if you want to. And I was thinking like, well, do your job, But I didn't say that. I said, okay, well, thank you so much. Got my boys up there. We filled up our backpacks with CDs and stickers. And remember, nobody knew me. So I went downstairs and I was like, hey, man, this is the best artist you've ever heard, man. I'm telling you, that dude right there, woo! You gotta listen to that. And he was like, man, really? I was like, I'm telling you, man, I just work for the company. But that dude is amazing. And then he was like, oh, really? I said, and that's when I came up with this. I told him, I said, if this is not dope, meaning if it's not really good, that's a slang for really good. That's for the older people. No, I'm just kidding. I said, if this is not dope, you can come back and throw it at me. And they're like, I'm going to really throw it at you. Are you serious? I said, if it's not dope, if you don't love this, you can come back and throw it at me. Now, I had to be prepared, and I had to be bold, and I had to be confident in order to make that statement, right? So I had put in years of work to get to that one moment where I was holding that CD. Because coming up, from the time I was 13 to the time Back in the Day came out when I was 18, I rapped 23 hours a day. Like my mom would be like, go to bed, stop all that noise, okay. And I wait for her. As soon as I hear a little snore, I wake up, go put on my headphones, boom, be rapping, writing raps. I knew that's what I was going to do. And so I was committed to it. I remember I had a teacher, we had to get up, and he was like, okay, you're going to get up and tell everybody what you're going to do. I said, I'm going to be a rap star. And he said, Ahmad, you have to pick something realistic. And I was like, I'm being realistic. That's what I'm going to be. And so, yeah, big dreams, dream big, but just be prepared. And I told him, and then what happened was I had people running back like a couple hours later. I was still in the lobby. I'm telling you, like for hours. Everybody at that convention got a CD, I'm sure, because we were just everywhere. And a couple guys came up to me and they were like, oh, no, I'm not going to throw it at you. I was like, I told you, take it home, play it for everybody you know. And like a month later, I was driving home, I heard Back in the Day come on the radio. I just pulled over, started crying. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm on the radio. I called my mom, and then the rest is, like when I go to like Sweden, They're like, back in the day when I was, they go to Germany, back in the day. I can't go anywhere and they not know that song. And had I not taken the initiative and been my own advocate, you see what I'm saying? My CDs would have been against the wall. And even though I was young, you can't use that excuse that, oh, I'm just young, you know. They're older than me. They know what's going on. Like even the teacher, he meant well, who told me to be realistic. I know what he was trying to do. The odds are against me being successful in that particular endeavor. So he wanted to brace me for failure. But I'm here to tell you that success, not only are you going to fail, but success ultimately requires failure. If you want to be successful, not only are you going to have to be ready to fail, but expect failure. And you guys don't have any babies. I'm just saying, like, that's in the future. But in the future. But when you have a baby, or if you've seen somebody have a baby, that's even better. And the baby's born. Do they just get up and start tap dancing as soon as they're born? Like, do you see babies doing that? No, they have to start. And then once they finally do start walking, looking crazy, then what do ultimately? They stand for a minute, then what? Boom. Then do they just stay down forever? They get back up, right? Try to look like Frankenstein again, like doing the thing. And they got it. Oh, they go. And they fall. And that's what's going to happen to you. Like you have to. And let me keep it moving. I think. Did I? Oh, okay, there we go. That's what's going to happen to you. Like when my band, like I did back in the day, I put the band out. We had a lot of failure. Even before my second band got signed, because my band wasn't all hip hop music. Back in the day, it was all like rap. But my band, we did rock. Alex knows, we did rock music, soul, hip hop, just everything. We had a bass, guitar, drums, violin. It was multicultural. And so we signed to the biggest record company in the world, which is Interscope Records. And that's how we toured so much. And the band never really blew up. Like we did well enough. We played with Sheryl Crow, The Roots, Black Eyed Peas, Stevie Wonder. I walked Stevie Wonder out on stage because I was just standing backstage and he was like, here, walk me out stage. I said, who is he talking to, right? And he was like, you, Ahmad, you. I was like, I don't know how to do that. He's like, no, I'm gonna grab your arm, just walk me. And I was like, if I make Stevie Wonder trip and fall, and I'm like walking him up there, like, oh, wait a minute, oh! Rapper Ahmad Lewis tripped Stevie Wonder. Like I could just see the press. But no, I walked him out, I had a chance to, and he was safe and secure. But when my band broke up, I'm saying all that to say that it still failed. Like we did well, all that was success, but ultimately we failed to meet the goal we had set for ourselves in that band. And so I had to think of another plan. I was married at the time. I had a 1-year-old son. He used to come with us. He flew to Sweden. I remember him being there. The band ran its course. We broke up, and I'm just driving back home in a van with a trailer filled with instruments. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And on my way home, I passed a sign in because I was living in Long Beach at that time, and there was a sign that was over this overpass, and it says, enroll now, right? And this actually wasn't the same day I was coming home. It was a little while after, because I was alone. But like maybe a week or so after we got home, and I see the sign that says, enroll now. So I just pulled over. I said, you know what? I'm gonna enroll now. And so I pulled over, I got out, I went inside, and I was like, I waited in this long line. It was a huge line. Finally got up to the front, and then I was like, there was a sign outside? And she was like, can I help you? I said, yeah. The sign said that I can enroll now. And then they were like, they looked at each other, the two were, said, man, get over there. You have like papers to fill out. You didn't even do, we need paperwork. I didn't know anything about